Yep, I'm talking about Devilman Crybaby again. Look, if I could talk about Dragon Ball Super for over 100 goddamn videos, I could squeeze at least 3 videos worth of shit to say about Devilman Crybaby. Alright, so, Devilman. Obviously, I fucking loved it. The more I reflect on it, honestly, I like it a lot more than I thought I did. But, anyhow, I want to talk about the violent element of Devilman. The thing that kind of has got people talking is oh, it's so fucked up, and I hear people comparing it to other anime that's it kind of fucks you up, and I see it compared to Evangelion. Makes sense, it was inspired. Berserk, very inspired. It's very easy to see the inspirations there. But then I see it compared to things like Elfen Lied or Akame ga Kill, and I'm like, really? Those? And I feel like people are kind of conflating the types of violence that these things are, the types of fucked up they are. And to me, things like Berserk and Evangelion, they have violent, dark elements, and they're very fucked up, but it's always for the sake of the characters. It's for the sake of the narrative is why why those things are the way they are. It's to evoke that kind of guttural reaction from you. And those other shows, the others, when it does fucked up dark shit, it's to be fucked up and dark and look how cool it is because it's all fucked up and dark. And with Devilman, it's violence. It has 2 different types of violence in it, ultra-violence. And that is spectacle-based violence and visceral-based violence. And what I mean by that is the spectacle side is the stuff you see in the earlier episodes where, Devilman's ripping fucking monsters and, just grabbing them by the jaw and splitting them in 2 and slamming the part of the body down, and he's just ripping dudes apart, and fucking badass, when he just, rips that one dude's, fucking monster's, top of his head, and he just, when people are getting slaughtered in the club, it's just oh, fuck, that guy just got fucking, salamied into pieces, holy shit! It's, the violence in those segments are it happens fast, it's kinetic, it never lingers on it, it's just, it happens, it's quick beats in succession, and it's just oh, fuck, and it's, like I said, it is spectacle. It is there to look cool, it is there to look badass, and that is, the purpose of that violence. It's stylized, it's over the top, it's borderline fucking ridiculous, and just how fucking violent it is. Then there's the visceral violence, the stuff that you see in the, latter 4 episodes. And, that's the stuff seeing, Taro, eating his mother and his father finding him, and then they get shot. Fucking Miki's death, fucking Akira's death. Those are the things, the things that really start hitting you, more emotionally hard. And it separates those 2 types of violence. The spectacle violence is over here in its own little area, and the more visceral stuff is over here. And and there is spectacle stuff happening in those latter episodes, but they never conflate the 2. They never have when Miki gets murdered, they don't do it in some sort of ultra stylized way. It is she is running for her life, and some guy just and blood sprays out. And it's not even super styled, I said, it's not stylized, and they don't linger on it. It's not she gets split open, and then she just starts getting stabbed and fucked up, and you get to see every fucking second of her murder or anything like that. No, you see enough of it to know what had just happened, go, oh, she's fucked. And then when you go to Akira's house or Miki's house that's on fire, and they're yeah, fuck them, we fucking chopped them up. And they're having that moment. It's, they don't actually really show you the parts. You see the silhouettes, the only one you see is a close-up of Miki's face, and, like, her eye is, like, bruised in, and, like, like, clearly someone beating the shit out of her before they fucking decapitate her. And, yeah, it is, it is designed to invoke that emotional response of just, like you feel that light die in the show just as Akira feels it. And, like I said, like, it's two completely different times. That kind of violence, much like with Evangelion and Berserk, that is in service to the characters. It's in service to the narrative. It's in service to the themes. The thing that I loved so much about this show was that, like, when it got dark and fucked up, the purpose of those dark, fucked up elements is to show how easily humanity can be corrupted and just start fucking consuming itself. Like, I have a very low opinion of humanity. I am a fucking misanthrope and a borderline fucking nihilist. I have no fucking hope for humanity. I think we're better off just fucking being annihilated, in all honesty. But so, like, seeing that, like seeing that kind of decline in humanity, and just seeing like what happens when fear mongering just gets in your head, because, like, that is things that actually happened in history. Like that isn't just like some fictionalized bullshit. Like humanity has, through, like, fear, like, done horrible, fucked up shit. I mean, just look at the fucking Salem witch trials, where we were ceaselessly fucking murdering people because, oh my god, it could be a witch. Because, it triggers, like, this animalistic survival element to us, where we will easily do the most fucked up, heinous shit, when pushed to, like, a certain way. It doesn't take a whole lot. So yeah, that's what, like, and that's what the violence, like, the like, that really grimdark, genuinely grimdark violence in Devilman is there for. It isn't there to just, like, shock you and surprise you. It's to get that really kind of guttural response, to really dig into that element of, humanity is fucked up. We are just, and that whole idea of, like, oh yeah, like, sometimes, if you have, like, the good people who are like, let's just all get along, and you have a crazy angry mob, the crazy angry mob is going to kill you. And you're going to die, your peaceful ideals aren't going to mean jack shit, and the fucking monsters are going to rule the planet. Like, that is, and until they can just completely self-consume themselves with their own fucking stupid fear-mongering. Like, it's that idea of, like, the good guys don't always win. Like, the people who want peace and kindness and love around the world, sometimes their ideals will get them killed. And, that's just how life goes. And that's why I fucking love Devilman Crybaby. Then, whenever you compare it to something like Elfen Lied, I almost get goddamn offended, because I'm gonna say it right now, I fucking hate Elfen Lied. I have never made it past, I think, episode 6 of Elfen Lied. I've tried 2 different times to watch that fucking anime. And I do not like it. And the reason I don't like it is because it's try-hard. It is genuinely try-hard. Like, I've seen people call Devilman try-hard, and I think, no. Like, Devilman has stylish, over-the-top action, and then when it does the more guttural, visceral stuff, like I said, it's in service to the characters, it's in service to the narrative, and it's in service to the themes. When Elfen Lied does ultra-violence, does that kind of visceral violence, because that's the thing, like, it doesn't separate its spectacle from its visceral. It makes them one and the same. Like, like you have, like, that opening scene where she's, like, slaughtering a bunch of dudes. And that's kind of badass. But then you have, like, a random secretary who just, like, fucking stumbles into the scene and fucking, pink-haired McPsychic bitch just kind of twists her fucking head off like a goddamn soda cap and just, it's like, what the fuck does she do? When it's a bunch of military guys, that's like, oh, like you can get into just the spectacle of it. But when you see, like, a completely innocent person just die for no narrative reason, by one of your main characters, like, this character's supposed to be your fucking main character, and Like, you know, like, that happens. Like, that's really fucked up. I mean, I guess you could argue, like, you know, oh, like, you know, she died, then it shows just how fucked up, like, this character is. But yeah, another example, you know, because that's, like, one thing, you know, because they do it there, but then they have, like, the other psychic, like, girl. She's this little pink-haired lolly, and she gets chopped to fucking pieces by, fucking pink-haired mixed psychic powers. And, she just completely just splits her, like, fucking severs her limbs. Like she goes to, like, you know, you said to steal her, she puts her hand out, and, like, her fingers get cut off. And, you know, you see, like, the meat inside of them. Like, they really want you to focus on just how like I said, it's that visceral kind of violence, but it's that visceral kind of violence, but it is, but it's not in service of anything other than to just, oh, isn't that fucked up and gory, and oh, like, this cute fucking anime girl was just getting splattered and shit. Like, you know, it's shit like another fucking show where it's just like you know, like you take like, you know, regular fucking cute anime characters and then do horrible fucked up shit to them. I cannot get into it. I don't see the appeal of that shit. I'm just like, why is this happening? Like, I don't. And then, yeah, you have things like Akame Got Killed, where, like, you know, like the first episode, main character's best friends are found, like, beaten half to death, and then they just fucking die. And it's this moment of, like, okay, I didn't know who the fuck these characters were. I get, like, you're doing this to show how fucked up these guys are, but, like, you know, it's not grim dark, it's grim dork, is what it is. You know? It's trying to be edgy, hardcore, look how fucked up this is, without having anything to say about it. Like, you know, when it does the ultra-violence, it isn't for the sake of, like, let's show you a cool action sequence. It's, here, let's show you something really fucked up. But, like, the fucked up element has nothing to say. It's not telling you anything about the characters, it's not giving you a theme or a message. It is just, look how fucked up this is. God damn it. And with Devilman Crybaby, when it, like I said, its violence is either hyper stylized to the point of being just absurdist, and you know, it's not meant to be like that kind of visceral. It's just supposed to be like, look how fucking badass this is. Or when you have like the visceral stuff, like I said, it's service of character themes, blah blah blah. I'm repeating myself. So yeah, like that is like, I feel the difference between like shows like Devilman and shows like Elfen Lied, and like why I loved what Devilman did so much. Because one, its themes and messagings are things that personally resonate with me as a viewer. Not sure what that says about me as a human being, but whatever. There are worse people out there. God damn it. Made myself laugh. Anyhow, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Devilman's violence, I think it's great, it's awesome, it uses violence correctly. It has two different kinds of violence, and it keeps them separate. It doesn't do that fucking shit with Elfen Lied, where like the fucked up, horrible violence is the spectacle, where it's just like, let's take this cute anime girl and just do horrible, fucked up shit, and like, oh, isn't that fuck? It's dark and edgy for the sake of being dark and edgy, where Devilman Crybaby is dark and edgy for the sake of a narrative, to tell a story, to explore themes and ideas and characters. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I probably went on for way longer than I really needed to. Till next time, guys, Zeon.